Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Mickey Mouse here, and I'm back from the Maxi Toys, and welcome back to my Let's Play of New Super Mario Bros. For the Nintendo DS. So last time we actually did explore the World 5, and actually just managed to encounter some of these levels in that world, and including for those two different secret exits in, well, level 5-2 and 5-B. And today for this video, and before we start anything about anything what I need to do, I'm actually going to go ahead and get into the red toad house to actually get myself the mini mushroom so that I can save that power up for later. So in this case, today for this episode, we're about to be hopefully finishing World 5. So here we go then, here we're on to level 5-Ghost House, the third Ghost House level in the game. And right off the bat, we're actually introduced into Boozers from, well, according to what I played Mario and Luigi Paper Jam Brothers recently. So I know what these enemies are. So basically, they start to actually run all over the place, and they decide to go ahead and punch these amount of stuff. And then, predictably, he actually punched the wall so that you can actually access the secret areas, including the star coins as well. So that would be pretty cool for that little retrospect as far as I'm most concerned. Now if you hit in here, this is where you get yourselves a second star coin, but you have to be quick because if you didn't make it in time, then you probably should just oh! I somehow got bounced off from that boozer. Then next thing you know, I managed to get into the bottomless pit. So yeah, that was actually the only point you actually died on that level, so I believe those guys, they are really annoying to deal with, and because of that, you have to kill them with 3 stomps, or in this case, 3 hits when you jump on him especially, so which I think is mainly the case for this, because obviously compared to the other level, or in this case compared to the other enemies, is that you usually... Well, usually in these Goombas, they're pretty simple to kill, right? But now, in these Boozers right here, that you have to put up with 3 hits instead of 1 or 2, so... Yeah, you have to put up with those stuff. So, let's try this section again, and hopefully I'll have success for this. There we go. Because yes, if you did make it this in time, then you probably won't get to catch it. Because, although luckily though, if you exit out the door and then come back again, then you probably should do this for another attempt, or I don't know. And I believe, just like World 4's Ghost House and World 3's Ghost House, this level also contains a secret exit as well. So, how do I know that? Well, if you head to this little section of blocks here and create those invisible blocks at the top, and if you hit the another invisible block which contains a beanstalk, let the boozer just bust out of the wall and hit into that door, and then we head to the secret route of this little elevator sequence. And now we have these little pumpkin enemies again since World 3. And then, since you're actually on the secret route, or in this case we're about to approach to the secret goal, there is a bottomless pit down below if you accidentally fall off or get off that platform, because you won't necessarily gonna do that, because if you do that, well, you know, you have to restart the whole level again. Plus, much like World 4's Ghost House, that, obviously you go for the secret goal, and then that will actually lead you to the 3rd star coin as well, but you have to be on the far right when the elevator starts rising, so, and because of that, you probably will able to grab that, so, easy just to clarify for that. Okay, so, let's go ahead and place that spring here, and get onto the top of the flagpole. And that was it for the 3rd Ghost House level. Well, at least for the secret goal anyways. And now we're gonna head back in here just to do the normal exit as well. So, just to notice, right? No, I believe I'm almost there to 80 lives at this point right now. So, yeah. Pretty cool, I must say. So, yeah. Right, so let's wait until this boozer is about to come past. And then climb onto the staircase. Jump every time I choose to. So rather than just actually going this way, instead I'm just gonna go this way instead, just to get to the normal exit just for that. So yeah. Okay, so let's wait for this little elevator sequence to deal with here again. But this time that we have ourselves a Boo to worry about, as opposed to these pumpkin enemies. So, yeah. Here we go into this little fun sequence right there. If I do a ground pound, that will make us, that will make me just go onto the platform straight away. But if I go up, whee! I love doing that. It's a fun set piece though. Okay, let's wait for this Boo to get on my way, just to enter the door. And I believe that will conclude this normal exit of the ghost house, or in this case World 5-Ghost House, or in this case the mansion if you like to prefer calling that, but usually it's just a ghost house. And that will leads me to level 5-4, but I'm gonna save that for later because I'm gonna do level 5-C. Because, yeah, just like how it does in World 3, that we actually have ourselves 3-lettered, based off levels. So, yeah, it's a bit similar here. But in this level, we actually have some Buzzy Beetles to deal with, and this including Boozers from the previous level that we fought from before. But now we have to most use these guys all over again, so that's not a big fan of, but at the same time, they always catch me off guard. Okay, run for my lives. And let's just kill him first. You can actually just deal with him with one hit while using the ground pound. I think that's the best recommendation. I really highly recommend it to you do that. So, because of that, you just don't really need to be like, I don't know what to expect. Alright, so the second star coin, we need a Buzzy Beetle. Ah, god, they roll so fast, I forgot about that when they're in the shell form. Oh, Jesus. Let's wait for this Buzzy Beetle to respawn. Because yes, I need to get ourselves a second star coin by just tossing at it. So, but if you want to do it the riskiest way while just doing without it, then you probably won't get a chance to grab it. So that's the high suggestions for that part situations right here. Now I believe I need a mushroom power up for this that last star coin, but obviously I don't have that because that Buzzy Beetle shell just catch me off guard, and plus I think I need to break those brick blocks in order to... still, they always knock me off, or in this case, just knock back off me during the bottomless pit below. Okay, so I think the mushroom is hidden onto this first brick block right there, so I'll hit that, and somehow I accidentally ran into him. Well, like, non-purpose. Okay, third time's the charm now, so hopefully I won't able to actually just to fail this miserably, so let's see if I can get this. Oh! I'm gonna kill myself. I have no idea why I do that, probably because I just want to get the mushroom so badly. But, no, I just have no idea why I just done that on purpose. But usually I think the only trouble is, it's just that basically I just want to, like, I don't know. Alright, don't get screwed over by him, because he'll eventually respawn after once in a while. And then once you clear those brick blocks out, and then hit the block on the fourth block underneath those brick blocks, then that will activate the beanstalk, just like any other beanstalks in general, and activate the P-switch, and we need a boozer to actually bust out of this brick blocks on here to actually get ourselves a third and final star coin. Assuming if the P-switch is almost run out of time, so yeah, die! How about you like that, Mr. Boozer? Anyways, and what's cool about that is that you can actually skip a good chunks of the little longer platforming sequence with the Boozer while he's trying to outright about to get you, and then when you actually activate the red exclamation mark switch, you remember that part, right? You can now actually skip that part when you're actually trying to get the third and final star coin, so that was a huge plus. But I'm sure many people always seem to know that after when they were trying to do 100% completion of the game, so... Alright, on to level 5-4, so I wonder what this level gimmick is going to look like. Well, first off, this is the auto-scrolling level, and 2, we have to deal with this new type of gimmick, where we have to still deal with this different mushroom gimmick. In this case, these different mushrooms platform gimmick that, you remember how in level 5-8 that is all stretchy and all that? But now, in this level, we actually have ourselves a little bit of a different side of things. Is that I believe when you actually step onto the yellow type platforms, it'll just makes us go down, or in this case, low, or in this case, go low. And then the red ones may actually go ahead and take us up high. And plus, I think also it just goes like a high pitched. So that's kind of reminds me of something almost related to the musicians or stuff like that. So that's kind of cool, I must say. Get this one up right there. I'm not exactly sure if I was going to reach it to the 81 ups at the moment right now, so... But even then, I still need to grind for some 1-ups to, you know, get like a whole bunch of 1-ups for this point here. And it looks like we got ourselves a second star coin right where the first star coin is. But usually, if you have the mini mushroom with you, then you can grab those 2 in one go. In this case, well, in one particular section. But the only tricky part, in this case, forget. Sorry for the lack of dialogue, folks. It's just well, you know. Alright, so everything's all checked in this little particular part so far. Now we have ourselves this last star coin to deal with. We have to be really fast because if you didn't like get out of this mushroom in time, then you probably won't get it. But unless if the auto-scrolling is super slow, unlike in some certain stuff that's been happening in Super Mario Maker levels, that some of these auto-scrolling levels seems to have either slow or average or just really ridiculously fast. But usually in this game it just goes slowly, so cool thing to notice there. And I got another fireworks, but I think I've already encountered that in level 2 no, not level 2, level 5-2, so yeah, but it's not gonna change my Toad House at the beginning of the level, or in this case the map, so yeah. Alright, so let's bust out of this to actually grind myself some more 1-ups. Don't know why, but I feel like it. Nah, I'm so close to actually get to the 80 1-ups, so... I think I got about like 5 of them left, so... Yeah. Let's see if I can get this. Okay, got that. Not perfect, but... dude. Dang it! But at least I'll take 3 as it is, so... So only just like 2 1-ups left until I reach over to 80 of them, or 80 lives, so... Alright, on to level 5-Castle. So, last time, during World 4, we actually fought Mega, or in this case, Giant Goomba. Since he was undeniably the most pathetic boss battle we've ever going to face. But it's usually just a complete joke every once in a while, because he doesn't do like any sort of attacks. All he does is just run straight forward, and that's about it. So I wonder what boss battle do we have to face in this world. I wonder why. Oh, I wonder who could be. Well, we'll have to find out until... Ow. Stupid piranha plant fireballs. Then there's the second star coin, but we need to get ourselves a springboard to actually bounce on top of it, and that's how you grab it from here and onwards. So, yeah. And the third and final star coin is actually a little bit more different than, well, we'll explain to that when we get into that. So, let's avoid this piranha plant, and as usual, the fire flower is definitely the most definition of the best recommendation power-up you can use until you actually deal with the piranha plants. And yes, much like World 2 Castle, you get a mini mushroom in this level, because I'll explain to that when we actually just enter it. So, or in this case, enter the next boss battle right there when we approach into the door. This little grand door. who actually awaits us. What boss fight do we have to face? Alright, so let's wait for this dry bones to come past. So, let's go ahead and enter it. So here is World 5 boss in New Super Mario Bros. Which I believe it's Petey Piranha. Hey Petey Piranha, haven't seen you since the Super Mario Sunshine days, where you decide to go ahead and pick on Mario, or in this case Mario just actually fights you in during the Bianco Hills during that time when inside the windmill part. Yeah, you remember that part, right? Well, let's see how you do with this here. I just simply messed it up. Well, good thing I actually got a spare mini mushroom with me so that I can just use that when I refight against him. So I think this is the only death I have with the boss battle so far, but else whatever. Okay. Well, at least I'll take a star, man, but I only got hit by it. So that's kind of weird. So let's try this again, and I think I have to do this the hard way, while just mainly trying to get onto the question mark block. And then just trying to make it, mainly trying to get to that point here, so it's gonna be a giant leaps of faith I have to put up with. Okay. Let's see if I can do this. Ah, God. It took me a lot of practice just to do this on this harder part, so yeah. And because of that, the reason why I just somehow died in the Petey Piranha fight in the mini mushroom form is because, well, obviously you do need to work with the ice physics after all, so there we go. And let's go on to the right, just to grab ourselves the, you know, the third and final star coin again. And hopefully we'll actually just do refights against Petey Piranha again, so but I mean even then, that won't be the case, so anyway. Okay, so let's wait for this dry bones to go past, and you know, I've got hit by him easily. Alright, let's get this mini mushroom out, and hopefully we'll just have a rematch against him. And by the way, when you actually first time been to this world, will you actually see the cutscene where Bowser Jr. decides to wake Petey Piranha out? But like, even then, that might be the case for that particular part here, so but if you're actually just about to replay this level after when you're trying to deal with Petey Piranha again, you won't be able to see Bowser Jr. trying to wake him up again, so I missed him for a second time. Anyways, let's dodge that, and hopefully I won't be able to screw this up this time, which, thankfully though, I didn't, so booyah! At last, Petey Piranha has been defeated, or in this case, defeated, and we're pretty much done with World 5, but not exactly sure just yet, because, well, first of all, when you actually beat him, then when you're in Mini Mario form, or Mini Luigi if you want to, what players depend on you actually choose, then this will actually leads us to World 7, which appears to be takes place during the sky. And now we're gonna head back to World 5 Castle again, and then just hopefully go ahead and defeat the Petey Piranha with the normal form, so but first things first though, I'm gonna grind myself for the freebie item before I actually do anything else, because I don't want to die again in the castle level with Mini Marios, as a matter of fact. But I'll take this blue shell Mario just in case. And then hopefully I should be able to actually just you know, beat Petey Piranha again, but you know. So yeah, there's not much I can explain for this this world here. It's basically a snow environment level and all that jazz. And then conveniently enough, we're actually done with the 5 worlds so far, even though that we only got about one more exit left, which will have to be in order to access to World 6. So yeah. And I believe out of all these mini mushroom boss battles is between the Mummy Pokey and PD Piranha. For when you're trying to get to the secret worlds and whatnot, or to get to world 4 or 7. I think one of the hardest of the bunch is definitely be the Mummy Pokey, because sometimes he'll just like to walk around and you have to be really precise with your aiming until you're actually trying to get him just right. But I think probably the easiest of them all is probably PD Piranha, just because, well, obviously, his weak point is all over the place here. So anyways, enough about that. Alright, Starman! Man, I love the Starmans. So good! Even though they are rainbowy effective, but at least that's worth noting. Alright then, let's refight against PD Piranha for a third time, but this time with the mighty Fire Mario power-up. But yeah, Bowser Jr. doesn't seem to wake him up. Instead, PD Piranha actually wake himself up already. So that's the only differences between these two cutscenes here. So yeah, and he trips over and just gets slipped. So there we go, folks. That concludes World 5. So we only got about 3 worlds to go here. And that will lead us to World 6. Which I'm about to do in the next video, so just in case, you know, doing all these worlds in particular order, so I might as well worth mentioning that. Now, before I end things off here, I need to briefly gonna do World 3 canon level, and yeah, and then hopefully I'll end things off here, but yeah. Alright, so let's see what this canon actually takes us. Now, I'm pretty sure this will actually takes us in World 6. Now, unlike those 2 canon levels, is that you can actually get yourselves an item roulette right there. So that's pretty, really worth it. Speaking of such, I wasted my item! What a worthless, timing I just did there right there. But I'm not gonna grab the star. I'm not. So anyways, I'm gonna have to finish this video here. So next time on Let's Play New Super Mario Bros. Is the fact that we're going to do World 6 first. And then after World 6, I'll do World 7 afterwards. So see you guys next time. Later, fellas.